So we really hope that it will inspire the audience. You don't get to watch it from the ground, you get to watch it from the sky, from the cockpit, from up in the air. And that's what really takes this film to a visual another level, and to meet all the incredible characters and what it takes and the dedication to perfection that they have.
This was such an interesting movie. How does it feel for, both of you bringing this to the crowd?
Well, it's wonderful to be able to bring this film to the audience, to hopefully inspire the audience like the Blue Angels has inspired me over the last 2 years of my life in getting to be with them and hang with them. So we really hope that it will inspire the audience. The reaction of the people I've had from people who've seen it are inspired, that they want to go join the Navy now and become pilots. I want to join the Navy now. I'm too old, unfortunately, but I would wish I had done this 20, 30 years ago. Maybe I would have taken a different path. So it was an incredible experience for me, and hopefully the audience will enjoy that. And what they'll get more than anything out of it is you don't get to watch it from the ground, you get to watch it from the sky, from the cockpit, from up in the air. And that's what really takes this film to a visual another level, and to meet all the incredible characters and the personnel and what it takes and the dedication to perfection that they have. It's just very inspiring. Greg can obviously talk to that, being a 3-time boss.
3 times. Yeah, it took me 3 times to get it right, Evie.
So for you, Greg, how would you hope that it inspires? They said after the original Top Gun that there were lines to sign up, right? And so I'm sure this will inspire people too. What's your hope on that?
Well, I hope what they'll see in there is the jubilance amongst the team members, right? Men and women off the street who decided to join the Navy, and now they get to experience Navy and Marine Corps life. And the most important part of that is the interactions with people, how you develop friendships, lifelong friendships built on trust, because we trusted each other. I never pre-flighted an airplane in the Blue Angels. My crew chief, he or she always did, and told me the airplane was ready. And I said, I trust you. And it was always ready. They never fell short. And so that kind of trust up and down the chain of command and throughout the outfit made it very, very special.
They show a lot of, discipline and dedication to their craft. What do you think is the drive on to kind of doing this, and how do you think it affects them personally in their personal lives?
Well, we had expectations of each other, right? And because we were totally open and transparent, we could express ourselves, and that created an even stronger bond, knowing that nobody was holding back on what they had done, and knowing that they were going to make a promise to get better. So, I mean, it was just the dynamics of being on the Blue Angels were awesome. The culture that was there, the gratitude and trust, the 2 main features, an extreme amount of gratitude and a tremendous amount of trust that made it work. Now,
but that also followed with us in the filmmaking process. There was absolutely a level of trust we had to gain from the pilots, from the whole team, in order for us to be able to put our cameras where we wanted to put them, for us to be able to, record the briefs and the debriefs. They needed to know that we were never going to, do the wrong thing with the footage that we got, that we were always in a positive, they could trust us, that we would treat them well and always paint it in a positive light, because it's such a positive experience. While when you're making a documentary, you're looking for the drama, right? Everyone wants to know, is that guy getting on with that guy? Is that girl getting on with that person? Is this happening? Is there a little bit of, can we see that? They don't. You can't have that in the Blue Angels. You can't really have it in the military. You really have to get beyond all that stuff. You can't be that personal about it, because you've got a more important job to do. So they deal with all that stuff in the moment, as Greg said. Once you can say anything to that person, and that person won't respond negatively, will take it on board, and then you just move forward and you get to the next level. So it's all about trust, 100%.
Well, you have to have the personality, I'm sure, to be even keel in the hardships, right? And when the chaos ensues. So
yes, and that stuff we saw people like totally even keeled, and then you find out that later on there may have been a bit of friction here and there, but I never saw any friction ever. It's just one of those things that as you say, you just have to have that personality where you can rise above anything that might be sort of tweaking you a little bit.
Paul, I think it was probably really challenging with all those, shooting those sequences and everything. So you guys did a great job, and amazed by what you've done, Greg, too.
Well, we had a great team as well, great team of cinematographers that made it real helpful. And we had Boss here giving us all the clues. So you can do this, you can do, you can't do. So we knew where we were going all the way. So we were in good hands.
A great team makes it, right?
Absolutely, just like the Blue Angels. It's all for one, one for all.
If you enjoy videos that follow your values like ours and you want to help us continue, go to movieguide.org/donate, because we're actually a nonprofit. You may not know that, but we're working in Hollywood every day to help families have more choices that follows their values. And also subscribe right now.